All right, it is Saturday the 9th. Did you want to join my vlog?
Hey guys! All right, that's all I want to do.
Is that what I sound like?
I try.
You're going to be my intro for this vlog then. So it's day 9, so the first day for week 2 of the booktube games. And this morning I finished Battle Royale. I started that yesterday or the day before. It took me 3 days to read it. That book had me shook, and I watched the movie, so nothing should have come as a surprise, but my memory sucks and I don't remember the last time I watched it, so that book was really good. I actually plan to watch the movie this weekend if we can find it, because that movie's good. He actually read this book before me. I
read it a long time ago, and I saw the movie when I was in middle school. That was
a long time ago, yeah. So we're gonna try to watch it this weekend, because that book was so good and so long, so got a lot of pages, but in my last vlog, I had that little mini haul. That was a pretty big haul from Second in Charles, but I found And I Darken. So my Libby, the library app, actually had And I Darken on audiobook. So I'm starting that now. And so far I've read like, I think 8 books, which included a graphic novel and a manga. And it's like the 9th day of February. So I'm on a pretty good track. Whenever I listen to audiobook on 2 times speed or more or less, he calls it.
But y'all ever seen the old what was it? The original Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, where before they fought the strong person, they had to fight them little gray things called the Putty Patrol, and they made those weird sounds. That's what y'all sound like listening to the books on 3 times speed.
I can't listen on
3 times. Y'all need to stop that.
I can't listen on 3 times speed. I'm not on that level yet. We're about to go to brunch at my sister's house, and okay, he's opening the door, so I guess it's time to go. Brunch at my sister's house is literally like down the street, and I'm gonna eat and try to read some more today. I work tomorrow, Sunday, so I have to do most of my reading today for the weekend. It is pretty nice out. It's a little cold, but... Brunch was awesome. You can see my Asian glow. I'm a little tipsy. So we're gonna go shopping. Okay, hold on. Seatbelt. Safety is important. We're gonna go shopping. Then hopefully we're gonna stop by our house and then watch Battle Royale at home because we have a little projector thingy. So I think we will spend some time at home with our cat and then go from there. I just dropped the food! Look at all the reading I'm doing in my reading room. It's nap time. Alright, so I'm going to do a couple things at once. I'm eating my dinner, which is a yummy grilled cheese. I want to do a reading update. I don't remember the last time I updated this. Currently listening to the audiobook Uprooted by Naomi Novik. I think that's what it's called. Or who the author is, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a little weird. I'm enjoying it. I don't know how much I love it though. We'll see. I still have about 3 or 4 more hours to go. But I just got home from work and I have a package. I'm pretty sure I know what it is because I haven't ordered anything, so it should be what I think it is. It is the arc for A Car So Dark and Lonely that I won the competition for. That was my first retweet contest I've ever won, and I'm really excited. One, because you guys know from my last vlog, I love this book, and now I have the arc for it, and I should be able to finish Uprooted tonight. I actually don't know what I want to read next. I've read almost everything on my Booktube Games TBR. The only thing I haven't read yet is The Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo, and I'm saving that for like when I'm in the mood for it. I just haven't been in the mood for it. So starting now, I really could just read whatever. So I wasn't planning on updating the vlog again, but I just finished Uprooted, which was, it was good. It's kind of like Sawkill Girls, where it's not a book I normally would have picked up, and I really enjoyed the first half, the first 2/3 even, but towards that last third of the book, or even half of the book, I just stopped caring as I was reading it. And I don't know if it's just because I'm burning out from reading so many books, and I really hope that's not the case, because I want to give all these books a fair chance of loving and enjoying them. But it was just okay. So 3.5, 4 stars, around there. I'll think about it some more. But what I'm really excited about is, since I'm kind of feeling the pressures of reading a ton of novels and pages, and I need to give my brain a little bit of break and just some enjoyment, I'm going to pick up some manga. I love Sailor Moon. Sailor Mars is my favorite Sailor Scout, my girl Ray Hino. This is me. Like, growing up, this is who I aspired to be. Just look at her. She's perfect. So tonight, I'm just gonna read my Sailor Moon manga. I'm so freaking tired. I've already done updates today, but I can't even tell you what day it is. It's Monday. It is Monday. And I am one freaking manga away from hitting 1,000 pages, and I've never hit 1,000 pages. So I need to persevere and just do it. I have thoughts about this manga series, but I can't even put them into words right now. I'm so tired. So I'm just gonna read it. I'll either wrap it up after I read this one, or at another time. I don't know. I just know I'm rating them high because of nostalgia purposes, but I understand it can be kind of problematic, and the main character, Saki, is kind of the worst. But I love the series so much, and I'm trash for it. I'm sorry, but your girl's gonna push through and get this 1K. Good morning. It is, what day is it? It is Tuesday, I think. Running late to work per usual. I'm letting my car warm up. It's rainy outside and gross, and I thought that would be a good time to update, even though I'm already running late for work. But whatever. So last night I hit 1,000 pages, y'all. I'm so proud of myself. I was just so tired. I almost didn't get to it, but I persevered, and I got to 1,000 pages last night. Now I'm currently listening to Immortal Reign by Morgan Rhodes. It is the last book in the Fallen Kingdom series. And why did I not know it was the last book? And now I'm really sad, and I almost don't want to finish it. I love the Fallen Kingdom series. If you don't know what it is, Chan's, I think it was her wrap up. She talked about the Fallen Kingdom series, and she explained it perfectly. Called it like the Game of Thrones for dummies, or something like that, or something along those lines. And it's such an accurate description of it, but that's not to say it's a bad thing. I love the series. It's just like the YA version of it. But it's really good. Started listening to that this morning and a little bit last night after midnight while I was trying to go to bed. So we shall see how much I can get done. I will try to update later. Good morning. I am running late to work again. Per usual, I'm running late. Oh my god, I can't see out my car. I'm finding in the car is like the easiest time to update the vlog. Last night I read the 6th Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon manga, and I finished a book yesterday. Why can't I remember what book I finished? Oh, last night I finished the last book in the Fallen Kingdom series, Immortal Reign. Oh my gosh, guys. I actually really love that series. I I really was so sad that was the last one. It wasn't the greatest, it wasn't my favorite out of the series, but it was a good ending. Like the first book I wasn't in love with. The second book, same. It was the first two were good, but 3, 4, and 5 were all so good. If you haven't read this Fallen Kingdom series, I highly recommend looking into it at least, especially for people who want to get more into fantasy, but it seems too daunting at the time. I think it's a really good series to kind of get your feet wet because it's a pretty easy read as far as fantasy goes. I am currently reading The Fates Divide by Veronica Roth. It is the second book in the Carve the Mark duology, and I read the first book over a year ago, I want to say, and I enjoyed it. I didn't flat out love it, but I really enjoyed it. And then I read it before rejoining the booktube and book community in general. I completely forgot about the series until I watched Binta's book on cancel culture in the booktube community, which I will link down below because it is an excellent discussion video and I suggest everyone watch it. But he brought up the Carve the Mark duology and it reminded me that I haven't finished it. So started that this morning. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and since I've not been paying any attention to my husband the entire month of February, I think I'm going to try not to read at all on Valentine's Day. And if I do, it'll be audiobook here and there when we're not together. I'm tired. I don't know how much reading I'm going to be able to do today, but I will try. I'm not burning out from reading yet. I think it's gonna happen soon, but I'm hungry. I'm gonna listen to my audiobook in the car. That'll count for some pages. We'll see what happens when I get home. Going to stop by my actual house, because I'm at my parents' right now, to feed my cat and my fish and my turtles. I am very excited because James has been going home every day to feed them, so I haven't been able to see them that much. Can't wait to see my baby. So while I'm here, I gotta pick up a couple books. My physical TBR is getting really, really small because of the booktube games, and I'm pretty proud of myself. But I do need to grab a couple books because I'm running out of things to read. So let's see what I'm gonna pick up. So I decided I'm going to give Shatter Me another try. I read this book years ago and I did not like it. Let me clarify. I liked the story, but this is when I was first getting into audiobooks, and this was the first audiobook I just did not like the narrator. Her voice was really annoying to me, and I think that ruined the story for me and it ruined the experience, and then I never continued the story. So I'm going to try to physically read Shatter Me, see how I feel. The reason I'm trying to give it a shot is because of Whitney. So this month I think I am going to try to read this and get back into the series. Since I'm listening to this on audiobook, I want to pick this up so I can keep track of the pages I'm reading, and I like to switch back between physical and audiobook, so I'll bring this with me. Okay, the trailer for that next book in the series. Sorry, I got distracted. I miss you too. The trailer for that next book in that series looks so freaking good and so freaking intense that it's making me want to continue the series. So I'm gonna pick up the third book. Might pick up, I love you. Might pick up, I can't even talk. I'm so distracted. So I'll probably read that soon, eventually, or hopefully get to it in February. If you go to the author's Twitter, it's pinned up there. It is seriously one of the best book trailers I've ever seen. I think I'm gonna grab one more book. Go with Iron Gold. I am obsessed with this series. I love the Red Rising trilogy. Nervous to read this one. I know it's part of the Red Rising series, but it's just gonna be so different. I just know it. We're gonna go with these. Good morning. So it is Friday and I'm not running late for work, so that is very new. So That was my uncle. I'm not running late, I guess I'll update. Last night was Valentine's Day. Like I said, I didn't get to read that much. I think I read 100-ish pages, and that's just because I was listening to audiobook, like getting ready for work, on my way to work, on my way back, etc. So I didn't read 0 pages. So hopefully this weekend I can more than make up for it. I still haven't finished The Fates Divide. I actually really, really like it, you guys. I really like this dress I'm wearing. I don't know how to show you guys. It's so cute, but it's kind of cold out, but I couldn't find any freaking clean black tights. So I just got off of work and driving home, and I ended up finishing The Fates Divide by Veronica Roth. Same thoughts as Carve the Mark, the first book in this duology. I enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads, but it's more like a 3.5, only because I just didn't love it. I wasn't invested in it, but I enjoyed the story. If I was physically reading it and not listening to the audiobook, I could probably try to read it more critically and see where people's like concerns and thoughts were on how it was potentially problematic. But since I read or listened to The Fates Divide right after watching Inta's video about cancel culture, it just made me feel better about going into the book and not worrying about those things. I don't know if it just eased my mind or what it was, but I ended up enjoying it still. So finished that today. This is the end of week 2. So at midnight tonight will be week 3, and the challenge for week 3 is to have a 24-hour a 24-hour readathon, and I have to do it like on a Saturday because there's just no other day it would be productive to do it, because I'd end up going to work and then that's just losing time for reading. I end up reading Shatter Me as a reread, so I'm gonna give it another shot. Want to enjoy it, I want to like it, I want to get on this fucking hype train. Don't know what else I'm gonna read within this 24-hour readathon. I'm not putting high expectations on myself for it, just so that I don't get disappointed and stressed out, but I will do what I can do, and I'll try to vlog as much as I can. Okay, so I'm only 20 pages in, and I'm already enjoying it more than I did the audiobook however many years ago, and I remember now why I didn't like it. One, I think because you know, if you've never read Shatter Me or don't know about Shatter Me, to be honest, I can't even remember what it's about, and I've read it, so I'll try to do a better wrap up later. But when you read, this is not spoiling it, when you read, there's a bunch of like phrases and sentences that are scratched out, and then I'm remembering vividly the audiobook would make a scratching out noise whenever that because it's strike through text, but it would make a scratching out noise on the audiobook, and it used to annoy me so much. Like, I don't know, it just would make my skin tingle. I just hated the sound. So now I'm starting to remember why I started to not like the book from the get-go. So yeah, 20 pages in, and I'm already enjoying it more than I did when I first read the book. What sucks is I read books so much faster when I listen to the audiobook and read, but I don't want it to annoy me. So I'm gonna try to read as much as I physically can and only resort to the audiobook when absolutely necessary, which I still own because it was one of my first Audible purchases and credits before I realized you could return them. But I guess it was a good thing I never returned it, because now I can potentially listen to it again. I must have really shitty memory, because I'm 132 pages in this book and I don't remember any of this. It feels like I'm reading it for the first time and I'm actually enjoying it. Like, I legit feel like I've never read this book. It does not feel like a reread whatsoever. It's currently 9:38 p.m. Friday, so I will be wrapping up this vlog soon. Can you wrap up my vlog for me? Can you wrap up my vlog for me?
How do I wrap it up?
Go over my stats for the week.
Alright, here are the stats for the week. She woke up and read. On the way to work, she read. At work, she read. When she came home, she read. Before bed, she read. She read when she was sleeping.
Wait, what?
And yeah, she had the audiobook on. She fell asleep, but somehow still was reading at that time. She read a lot. Too many pages. Can y'all please tell her to take a break? Something. You reading too much. Whoever made this booktube game stuff, you don't realize how competitive she is. I can't sleep when I need to sleep. The light's always on. These loud ass audio books are always on. Or, please, you don't know what you did. Have some mercy.
Her name's Maya.
Bye, guys.